Hey guys, well, welcome back to another episode of the Huntin Grounds. We are doing prescribed burns today. The weather is cooperating perfectly with us. It was supposed to rain later on today, but they've pretty much taken that out, and we've had an extremely windy week the entire week, and the winds have died down. So we're going to be burning probably at least a 5-acre area here with the hill slopes. If you were to flatten it out, it's going to be a whole lot more than that. But basically creating a lot of native browse and good bedding between the candy shot plot and this big redneck plot that we've got right here. So we're going to be holding the deer kind of centralized in the property, and they'll just kind of spread up to that food plot or this food plot, and hopefully somebody's hunting over it. But we got a lot of work to do today. I'd blown out the trails earlier this week, and we had all that wind, so I'm sure the trails have blown back over a little bit. We're going to go through, have some of the guys follow me, throw out the branches as we go. We're going to take you guys along, see the whole progress in burning this, and if we have time today, we're going to burn some other parts of the property as well. But you guys will get to see beginning to the very end of this, and then we'll come back through maybe next week or even the week later and do a really good TSI improvement through here. So we're going to go through and we're going to probably do some edge feathering. We're going to go through and do some hinge cutting and probably even some hack and spray. Really open this area up and make it the deer sanctuary that the deer want to be in between the two biggest food plots on the hunting grounds. Halfway on this hillside, halfway on this hillside. Once we get a good back burn going, we'll pop up on top of each side, circle it around, let it back burn probably 15, 30 yards by the time I do the whole path. All right, we've got half the morons on that side, the other half on this side, and we're fixing to play with fire. So we've got the drip torch here. We've set our fire break on the back side. This is the one that we really want to patrol. We're going to watch this one carefully. The wind's kind of hitting us in the face, so it's going to be kind of back burning slowly through here. Once we get a nice blackened area back here, I'm going to go through the perimeter and create a blacked area up top, and then we're going to go through the bottom because we don't have much wind today and it is really dry. We're going to go through the bottom and let it crawl up the hill, so it's going to burn a little faster that way. So, but first thing is we got guys on each side. We're going to watch this line and make sure we get a nice blackened line so we don't get anything to cross over. We'll keep an eye on this through the whole burn, but then we'll go around and burn the rest of it. So we'll get started. had a pretty successful burn today. We are burning the west side of the candy shop plot right now. Would have liked a little bit more wind today, but it was able to be controlled really well without having any wind. We were kind of having some winds up on top of the hills. We get down the bottom, it was just dying out. But I wouldn't be alarmed with the areas that just don't burn. If they don't burn, it probably means there's just not enough fuel there that they really even need to burn. So don't be worried about trying to clear every bit of debris off the ground floor. Don't worry about that. Worry about burning those areas that need to burn. So the reason I'm burning this area is because I'm going to come back in. I have to figure out what I'm going to call this, and maybe you guys could comment down below and help me come up with the name for this valley. It's the valley that is in between the two largest food plots on the hunting grounds. You got the candy shop plot and still the unnamed other big food plot that we've got the big redneck in over there. So what my goal is to burn through this. I'm going to go through and do a really heavy timber stand cut, and I'm going to probably cut out about 50% of the trees. We've got a lot of blackjacks, a lot of undesirable tree species in there. We're going to go through, hack and spray some of them, fall a lot of those. We're going to put a big redneck, big country blind on this side. We're going to be able to overlook the candy shop plot and backside. It'll basically be able to look over that whole hillside that's hopefully going to grow in really thick. We're going to have a lot of bedding in there. Hopefully it's going to hold in the does. The bucks are going to be able to cruise in. It's going to have a lot of native browse, and hopefully they'll bed between these two food plots. So if you guys want to help me come up with a name with the valley between the two food plots, that would be kind of cool, and we'll feature it here on the show. But we're burning the west side right now. We're going to do the same thing through here. I'm going to go through and do a select cut, just trying to create a lot more browse, a lot more sanctuary, a lot more bedding and transition areas around the food plot, so it's not mature timber butting right up against a really nice lush food plot. So I want them to feel safe enough that they can bed up close and they can really spend a lot of time close to the food plot, so they aren't, once they get up on their feet and they're ready to start moving and feeding for the day, they aren't very far away from the food plot before they get in. It's just going to make our hunting a whole lot better. But overall, really good burn today. Appreciate the guys coming up to help, and the more guys you can have, the better. We've probably burned the better part of at least 10 acres probably today. It's just hard on this big hill country. It might be a 10-acre area, but with the big hillsides, if you flatten it out, it's almost triple with the size of hills that we have around here. But very good burn. I'm going to update you guys as we go along and it starts greening up. I know the turkeys are going to be in here scratching around on all this green growth before turkey season. We've had a ton of turkeys strutting here in the candy shop food plot on our Spy Point trail camera, so excited to show you guys all those, and excited for the hunts that are going to be coming this spring in here. So overall, everything went really good today. Couldn't ask for anything better. Guys, comment down below what you enjoyed about this episode. Let me know what you're doing on your hunting grounds. Give a big thumbs up. Until next time, have a better than average day. You had a bug on you!
I know.
I just saw it!
I felt it. I was like, oh, it's calm on
Did you keep recording?
Oh, come on.
That's the one.